What's going on, all of my fellow Joy-Con boys and girls? This is your boy, Nintendo Logan. We're once again back at it again here with yet another quick news video for you guys here. And hopefully everybody had a great Easter, for those who pretty much celebrated it, actually. And yeah, just want to come on here to do a quick news update for you guys because there's some pretty great news topics that pretty much broke over the Easter weekend here that I kind of wanted to cover for this video once again. So hope you guys enjoy this, and as always, make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, which I haven't really said that during the previous news videos, but I just wanted to mention that for you guys here. But yeah, we're not going to waste any more time here, and we're just going to get straight into our news topics for today's quick news video. And starting off with the first one here, as many of you guys all know, this Thursday, April 24th, major retailers will actually be opening up pre-orders for the Nintendo Switch 2, and the price is still pretty much staying the same at $450, which is still pretty much a good thing because I know a lot of people were kind of concerned about the price going up for the Switch 2 possibly whenever pre-orders went up once again. But thankfully, it's still sticking around at $450, but there's a caveat to it though. There's still a lot of people out there that are not able to, still aren't able to afford a Switch 2, but GameStop is offering, doing an offer right now. We're gonna get to trade in any of your old Switch models in the GameStop to, kind of get some money back to be able to afford a Switch 2 once again. So this information is coming from MyNintendoNews.com, and this is the information that we have for this trading thing for the Switch 2. Like trading in your regular Switches, and then trading them into GameStop to be able to afford a Switch 2 when it comes out on June 5th. So this is what the article says here. The US video game retailer GameStop has announced its trading prices for those of you looking to trade in your original Nintendo Switch to get a brand new Nintendo Switch 2. Obviously, the firm is giving the most amount of cash to those who trade in a Nintendo Switch OLED model. Nintendo Switch 2 pre-orders begin in North America on April 24th. And they also do kind of list the all the Switch models that you get to pretty much trade in to be able to again afford a Switch 2 and able to pre-order it. So for a Nintendo Switch OLED model, $175, Switch version 1 or version 2, which is pretty much the launch model, $125, and Nintendo Switch Lite at $100. So yeah, to kind of I'm gonna kind of read this again for you guys here in case you guys missed it. Switch OLED, $175. Switch version 1 or version 2, $125, and Switch Lite at $100. So if you're trading any of those, then that pretty much as your trading value to again be able to trade in your regular Switches to get a Switch 2. Which I do think that it's a good thing that GameStop is doing this trading offer for the Switch 2 once again. Now personally for myself, I'm never going to trade in my Switch. I'm still going to be keeping it no matter what happens, in case I want to go back for nostalgia purposes. But I just kind of wanted to bring this to you guys' attention. If you guys have a bit of a plan about doing this, actually, now that we actually mentioned that you won't be able to do this, only at GameStop. I'm going to stress that only GameStop is doing this. None of the other retailers are doing this trading value thing here. Like he's saying, it's only GameStop that's doing it. But what do you guys think about this? Are you going to be trading in any of your Switch models, whether it's the OLED, the launch Switch, or the Switch Lite? Are you going to be trading it in to add more value to be able to afford to get in the Switch 2 for GameStop? Of course, if you guys have any thoughts about it, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, and we'd love to hear your thoughts on this once again. But that's pretty much not the only news item that we have here. I know you guys weren't really expecting this, but we have another news item for you guys, as apparently Cyberpunk 2077 on the Nintendo Switch 2 is going to be the first ever third-party game on the Nintendo Switch 2 to offer DLSS. Well, because we already kind of knew that DLSS was going to be on the Switch 2, but we really didn't know what kind of games were going to be using that technology on the Switch 2. But this article is coming from NintendoLife.com, and it states, Cyberpunk 2077 confirmed as the first Switch 2 title to use NVIDIA's DLSS upscaling. So, we're going to get into the article talking about this here. And again, this article is coming from NintendoLife.com, and this is what the article says here. CD Projekt Red has confirmed to Digital Foundry that the Switch 2 launch title, Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition, will make use of DLSS, NVIDIA's AI-powered upscaling system. And quote, we're using a version of DLSS available for Nintendo Switch 2 hardware powered by NVIDIA's Tensor Cores, or Tensor Cores actually I would say. A CD Projekt Red representative told Digital Foundry, the game utilizes DLSS in all four modes, in handheld and docked, and a performance mode and quality variations of each of the modes. DLSS has already been confirmed for Switch 2, but Cyberpunk 2077 is the first title known to make use of it. DLSS, Deep Learning Super Sampling, is an AI upscaling technology that was formerly exclusive to NVIDIA's GeForce RTX graphics cards. AI is used to improve performance in real time by creating additional frames and boosting image quality, and is seen as an important part of the Switch 2's arsenal, as it should allow the hybrid console to keep pace with modern-day cross-platform AAA titles. CD Projekt Red also confirmed that the current target for the Switch 2 version of the game is to offer different graphic modes, a quality and performance toggle for the handheld and dock versions, adds Digital Foundry's Richard Leadbetter. Quote, when connected to a TV, there's a choice of a 30 FPS quality mode and a 40 FPS performance mode. The latter will presumably operate only with the TV and 120 Hz mode. A new frame for every 3 display refreshes up against a 30 FPS quality mode, which delivers a new frame for every other refresh. With consistent performance, both should look smooth, with the 40 FPS mode sitting between 30 FPS and 60 FPS in terms of the fluidity. Both modes are using 1080p as the output resolution, with dynamic resolution scaling in effect in combination with DLSS. When playing in handheld, quality mode outputs a 1080p image with DLSS and dynamic resolution scaling, again aiming for 30 FPS. While performance mode drops the resolution to 720p, with the handheld screen running in 120 Hz mode and 40 FPS being the target frame rate. So yeah, pretty interesting information about Cyberpunk 2077 on the Nintendo Switch 2. Apparently this is going to be the first ever game on the Switch 2 to pretty much use this DLSS upscaling. No matter if you're playing in dock mode, but also when you're playing in handheld mode as well. Now, a lot of people have been, kind of speculating about the what the resolution for their Cyberpunk 2077 is going to be on the Switch 2. Well, we kind of already knew the frame rate for it. What's going to be 40 FPS when you're playing in any of the modes. But pretty much, the resolution is going to be about 1080p, no matter if you're playing in docked and also in handheld mode. So, pretty good news once again. And then it does look like these third-party developers, and especially these third-party games, then with those food, these are going to run so much better. Unlike how some of these third-party games have released on the Switch 1. Because as we all know, the third-party games on the Switch 1, absolutely, not saying like every one of them ran pretty bad, but there was some that ran pretty good, but they could have ran a little bit better on the Switch 1. So then we Switch 2, but all the stuff that I've been hearing with DLSS, ray tracing, 4K and docked, and 1080p, 120 FPS in handheld mode. Man, I just cannot wait for these third-party games and see how they run on the Switch 2. Again, no matter if you're playing in dock mode, but also when you're playing in handheld mode as well. But what do you guys think about this information that was shared about Cyberpunk 2077 on the Switch 2 being the first ever Switch 2 game to use DLSS? If you guys have any thoughts, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And once again, I would absolutely love to hear your thoughts on this. But anyways, with that, that's going to do it for this quick news update video for you guys. Just wanted to share once again these news topics with you guys. And to give you guys a recap, GameStop is offering a trade-in value for the Switch 2 with trading in any of your old Switch models, either the OLED, the Switch 1, or the launch Switch, or the Switch Lite. And Cyberpunk 2077 confirmed to be the first ever Switch 2 game to use NVIDIA's DLSS upscaling. So if you guys have any thoughts about all the stuff we talked about in this video, again, keep letting me know your thoughts in the comment section down below once again. And if you guys enjoyed this video overall, make sure you guys, as always, give this video a thumbs up on your way out. And if you guys are also brand new to our YouTube channel, make sure you guys subscribe and make sure you guys turn on all notifications to not miss out on all of the latest Nintendo Switch 2 headlines and also more upcoming Nintendo content next time in the near future as well. But anyways, with that, that's going to do it for me here for Reborn Nintendo Logan. And I'm going to be signing off with this video. And I will, of course, see you guys in the next one. So peace out. Love you guys. God bless. And have a great day, everybody. And may God bless you.